Let's see if we have my teammates joining us. First of all, let me apologize. It's really, really dark here. My room is really, really dark. So I just have one light up there. That's just it. And I don't know what it is. It's just really dark here in this room. But if you're joining us, if you're from the US, so we have these events 8/7 Central. Here where I'm from right now. I'm living in Sri Lanka. Right now it's 6:30, so it's in the evening, so it's kind of dark, and my room is dark in general. But let me introduce myself. I'm the CEO and founder of TryoutJobs. So you might not have heard of TryoutJobs. Okay, it looks like my teammates are struggling. This is the first time we're running this event. Hang on a second. Okay, it looks like we don't have anyone joining us right now. Okay. Anyway, so if you have not heard of TryoutJobs, so we're a platform that connects talent from all around the world with potential companies. So let's say if you're looking to hire overseas, and if you're trying to outsource your operations, you can reduce your costs, you can cut down your employment costs by a huge margin because it's really expensive right now, especially if you're a small business. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to connect these potential companies, such as yourself, and we're trying to connect them with talent from all over the world. But there's something really unique about TryoutJobs compared to these other recruitment companies. And the main difference is the way we help you identify the talent, right? Now, there are so many companies that have some sort of, you guys, usually there's interviews, right? There's interviews, there's, there's AI that goes into this decision making when it comes to figuring out who the best talent are for a particular job. And there might be a number of different ways that company identifies talent, but at the end of the day, I think there's a huge weakness in that whole the traditional way that hiring is done, in the fact that you don't really know what it's like to work with someone until you actually get to work with that person. You could be hiring someone for marketing. You could be hiring someone as a data scientist, or you could be hiring someone as an HR person. But at the end of the day, I mean, you'll have to work with that person to really know what it's like to work with that person, and to see how good that person is at that job. So I think that was the idea behind TryoutJobs. That's what sparked the idea, what led to the creation of TryoutJobs. Now, in sports, in athletics, there's this idea of a tryout, and that's where this idea came from, and that's what I've really I've used that idea and I've applied it to the job market, right? So the idea when it comes to a tryout in athletics, in sports, is that you can try out someone. You can have a bunch of people, you can have a bunch of athletes, and then try them out and see how they'll do before you can have them join your team, right? So it's the same idea behind TryoutJobs. You can try a different talent from around the world for a month, and you can pay them what you call a tryout fee, just like in sports, you can pay a tryout fee. So it starts with $50 a month per candidate. So you'll be paying $50 a month or more, multiples of 50, but it usually starts with $50 a month. And let's say let's say you want to get someone as a data scientist. You want someone who knows Python. You need someone who knows some SQL and a bunch of other programming languages, right? So instead of doing it the traditional way of conducting interviews and doing all these tests, which doesn't really give you any idea of how that person will do in your particular work environment, in whatever specific thing that you want that person to do. But when it comes to TryoutJobs, you can actually have that person work for you for a month, and it starts with $50 a month. That person, and you can try that person out but you can only do that part-time. That's part of our policy because we don't want that person to be abused. So you'll be trying that person out for a month, and at the end of that month, you can decide if you want to hire that person or not. So that's the idea behind tryout jobs. But it's just not about one candidate. You can try out multiples. You can try out so many different candidates, and you can try various fields. I mean, you can have try out someone for digital marketing, for example, and you can try out someone for data science. You can do project management. So there's no limitation on what you cannot do with tryout jobs. So let me try to show you my website here, so you guys get a better idea of what I'm talking about. Okay. Again, I apologize for the lighting. It's very dark. Okay. All right. So this is tryout job. So as soon as you get here, you can see we're trying to get talent, and we're trying to help companies find the best talent around the world. So these are some proposals. So the other unique thing about tryout jobs is it allows candidates to offer proposals. So for example, if I come down here, this person is offering himself or herself as a data analyst for a month, and that's 4 hours a day, and it's starting at $50 a month. So you can try out this person. So let's have a look at her profile. Okay. I think it's kind of slow right now. Okay, let me try to share my screen again. Okay, I'm in a different tab. So let's say if you want someone as a virtual assistant, right? So this person is offering herself for a month and 4 hours a day. So it's starting at $50 a month. The time zone is Indonesia, so this person is from Indonesia, and then she speaks fluent English, and the commitment is 4 hours a day, like it said before. So this person doesn't say a lot about that person. So let's try to see if we can find another. Okay, maybe try this one. All right. So we're looking at Fauzia in this example. So she's committed to doing. So it's all 1 month, as you see. So we can try every person for a month, not more than that, and then up to a maximum of 4 hours a day. Okay, and the time zone again is Indonesia, and she's attached a certificate she's got for data analysis. So she says she has some knowledge in Python, SQL, Excel. Okay. Right. So usually what you identify is some profiles, some candidates are better than others, right? So this profile obviously doesn't say much about the skills she has, which is a very, very vague idea of what we're getting out of this profile. The other cool thing is you don't pay anything else to try out jobs. As much as we want to to get companies to pay for our agency services, we are also trying to help these candidates find jobs, right? So we don't charge anything. Like if you want to go ahead and hire someone, you can just go ahead and do that. You don't even need to be signed up. So the contact information is there. So you can just go ahead and hire anyone that you see fit here. You can also try out any candidate on this page right here. Okay, that's the FAQ on our website. Okay, so over here you can see all the kinds of services that we have, all the different categories that we have. Okay, that you can select from. So there's the job tryouts, which is something that you can offer. So these are the proposals. So it's very interesting, right? I mean, you can offer a job tryout to a candidate, but the candidate can also offer a proposal in return. So there's these two sides in this marketplace, which is very interesting. It's very different from a traditional job site. I think there's a lot more interaction here with the candidates. Okay, I think I was gonna show you guys. Okay, so that's basically about the website, but we do have additional services as well. So the proposals, you don't pay us anything, but if you need additional help, we also have, uh, a top talent, what we call a top talent tycoon plan, where we do the job posting, we post the job tryout, we identify the candidates, and we try them out for you, and then we give you the results. We also do the social media promotions. You get $100 worth of ad credits, where you can boost the number of candidates that you receive for your tryout, and you also get $150 worth of tryout. So that could be 3 tryouts per listing, right? You of course get help from our recruiters. So we have a lot of recruiters who are professionals, and they have a very good idea of what they're doing. You can get their help as well. But over here, I mean, you guys can try out any number of candidates out here, and you can see and identify the best candidates. Another reason why you want to use TryoutJobs is you can really identify. It's just not about knowing for sure if someone is the best candidate, right? But you can also cut back on your costs when it comes to employment. So that's something you can get with TryoutJobs. Okay. Okay. It looks like we're not getting any audience right now. Okay. So if you guys are watching this after this, live session, just know that we have an event every Monday through Friday, 8/7 Central, and we have the times listed for other time zones as well. If you're joining from around the world. So I'm hoping to have more. I think since this is our first event, some of my teammates and we had some candidates who I was really expecting to talk to. I think they're not joining right now because they're kind of confused. But it's okay. I mean, we'll be joining again perhaps tomorrow. So I will be hosting again tomorrow another event, and we can try to see if we can talk to some of these candidates and see what they're looking for, because we want to help the candidates as well, right? We want to help the candidates find jobs. I just want to make this a win-win situation for both parties. So right now we're getting a lot of interest from candidates from the world as well, because they're also the economy is really bad, and they're looking to find work from around the world, which is a very good thing. Okay, I think we're going to keep this live session short. So I think we'll wind up. So see you again tomorrow. So we have another event tomorrow planned. So we'll have that 8/7 Central. Okay. All right then. Thank you so much for joining, everyone. Goodbye.